This is one of the most recognizable openings for a pop song ever. Of course, I'm talking about Wannabe by the Spice Girls. Welcome to the Unsleever. Today I'll be talking about the record-breaking debut album, Spice. This album and band means so much to me. I was 11 years old when the album came out, and they were the very first band I became a huge fan of. From the very first time when I saw the video of Wannabe, I was, just like other girls and gays, completely hooked by the Spicemania.
Hi, we're the Spice Girls, and welcome to a Spice Adventure!
So how's everyone feeling?
Band! Never! A blast to the park!
I remember this time very fondly, and it truly felt like living in Spice World. They were inescapable. One of my favorite memories from the time was a special that they did for Spanish TV, where they performed some of the songs from the album, along with some interview beats. I was watching that over and over and over again. I have the album here, and I color-coded my nails together with the album. As you can imagine, there's been many editions of this album released over the years. Today, I want to focus on the 25th anniversary edition because it has one cover for each girl, which I find amazing. But I will also show you some earlier editions like this one, alongside the cassette and CD editions. But before continuing, there are some interesting facts I want to tell you about this album. 23 million albums sold worldwide, the best-selling album by a girl group in history, and number one in 17 countries. Wannabe was number one in more than 30 countries. And the album was also the best-selling album of 1997 in the US. Also nominated for the prestigious Mercury Prize in 1997, but lost to drum and bass collective Revolutionized and Represent. Love Thing was the chosen first single by label executives, but the girls insisted on releasing Wannabe. I think things would have been very different with Love Thing as the first single. Their sound was influenced by some of their favorite artists such as TLC, Janet Jackson, Madonna, and En Vogue. There is a Spanish version of To Become One called Seremos Uno Los Dos. This was the bonus track for some Latin American countries, and I remember it as part of the reissue of the album in Spain, after selling 1 million copies and becoming the best-selling English album in history in the country. But unfortunately, I don't have that CD with me today. And on that note, there are actually two different versions of To Become One. One that includes a verse by Jerry, which is the album version, and the video and radio edit, which includes a verse by Victoria. This is the reissue that came out in 2016 on black vinyl. I don't have the original copy, but judging from photos I've seen, the design is exactly the same. It comes with photos of the girls and lyrics on the other side. There is also this edition from 2019 in white vinyl. The packaging is the same. I noticed a slight difference when put side by side, with the 2016 edition having a bit of a warmer look, more noticeable in the whites, but still pretty similar. The print is high quality and the inner sleeve is done with hard carton paper. In terms of looks, this is my favorite pressing of the album, as the white clean design of the label goes seamlessly into the white vinyl. Then, the 25th anniversary edition came in 5 different collectible covers with each of the girls. I thought this was a brilliant idea, as so much of the branding of the group was modeled after each individual identity. The back covers match the colors of the front cover. Same with the text part of the inner sleeves. On the other side of the inner sleeves, we have 4 photos of the other girls missing from the cover. The records are likewise matched with the covers. Print quality could be better. The front covers have a bit of pixelation, probably due to low quality photos being digitally enlarged and with some sharpness added on top. Apparently, these editions were pressed twice, with some slight variations between them. I only bought Ginger Spice variant because the first pressing was transparent, unlike the rest. This was bothering me, so when I found out there was a second pressing in opaque pink, I just had to get it. The inner sleeve in the second press is actually with a bit more saturation, and the paper has a smoother finish and overall nicer quality than the others. Along with these individual editions, a Zoetrope vinyl was released. I thought it was a fun idea and definitely fitting for the Spice brand, but the result is a little bit underwhelming for me. There is an insert that follows the design of the earlier editions as well. Next up, the cassette editions. I no longer collect cassettes or CDs, but from time to time I will get them. This is my original cassette that I used to play all day, every day. As you can see, it's showing signs of strong usage. The original cassette came with the same photos of the girls used throughout the other editions and lyrics, but also with a group photo. I cut something out here and I cannot quite remember what it was. I think it was some fan club form or something. Then for the new cassettes, each one was once again colored after each of the girls, but the inside is identical to all of them, and this one does not include lyrics, just the thank you notes from each of them. The only difference, apart from the cassette color, is the spine. And finally, this CD book edition. This is the most complete out of the anniversary editions, as it comes with a second disc including bonus tracks from the era and some previously unreleased stuff like Feed Your Love and some demos and remixes. Sadly, it doesn't include all B-sides from the era, as it omits Bumper to Bumper and my personal favorite, Baby Come Round. This comes with 5 high-quality printed photos in what reminds me of these photo albums that they had in the 90s. We have one group photo and then one photo for each of them. And then the book that includes the CDs with the same silver ring logo used throughout. The booklet comes with lyrics and other group photos. Some of the photos included here were not part of the Spice album cycle as far as I remember. Not sure if they were taken during that year, but in my memory they were used during the Spice World cycle. And at the end, we have newly written notes by each of the girls, and they actually added some emojis to Emma's signature. I have waited until the end to talk about the quality of the vinyl pressings, because to me they sound taken from the exact same master. All these editions sound the same to me. They are overall quite loud and have a very warm sound, a little bit of surface noise only perceptible in quiet moments. Some issues I noticed are inner groove distortion, something quite common, unfortunately. There are sibilance problems with the vocals in Something Kinda Funny and If You Can't Dance, despite a rich and heavy bass on the latter. If you're looking to have just one edition of this album to listen to, you can pick any of the ones released after 2016, or wait for the inevitable future reissue that will hopefully solve some of the issues on these ones. That's all for today's video. If you were around for the Spicemania years, I would love to hear what are your fondest memories of the time, and if you weren't, what do you love most about the Spice Girls in this album? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This cover makes me feel so nostalgic.